All right, ladies and gentlemen, all you people out there, you are welcome to the Southeast region of the Arts and Health Week 2024. I am Ambassador Kent Honor, and right now we're about to start the conference for this region. So please, I invite you all to come with me. Let us go to the venue. People are already out there. So let's get to the venue so that we can be part of the conference. So let's go. We're about to start. All right, we're here at the venue. This is the venue. So let us go inside. The participants are already there. I can even hear them making some noise. So let's get inside and start off immediately. Home benefit is why we have organized this. And this program is actually a national program. It's not a program that is just AUCHI based, it's a program that is national. The main purpose is to join us in celebrating the Arts and the Health Week, National Arts and Health Week. Okay, for this year already now. Okay, so please, like I said at the beginning, we are expected to be quiet so we get the maximum benefit. In our midst is our MOD, Dr. Mrs. Olajumoke Kukoyi. We equally have the HOD of Ceramics, Dr. Otimei. And the big man in our midst, Dr. Ibonazobi Martins Uche. He is the major doctor that will speak first. Before we're expecting the consultant in a few minutes, he'll be here. So please, a round of applause for him. That is the CEO of New Era Clinic and also a consultant at the Cottage Hospital here in AUCHI Polytechnic. A round of applause for you.
The Dean School of Arts and Industrial Design, Dr. Mrs. Kukoyi, Marashodi, Dr. Otimei, the facilitator of this program, my good friend, Kent Honor, members of staff of the School of Arts and Industrial Design, AUCHI, our guests from outside the POLYTECHNIC community, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to stand on the existing the role and impact of our arts in our health. I will start with a very small, a very short anecdote. An anecdote is a small story you tell to prep up people's emotions and interest in what you want to say. If we all know knife. Hello? Knife. A knife, eh? If you bring a knife and give it to a housewife, you all know who is a housewife? Yes. The lady in the house who runs the home, who brings food for the house, takes care of the home. Dr. Misuko, apart from being dean, she's also a housewife. What are you doing? Good. She owns her home. If you give a knife to a housewife, that knife, the job it serves in the hands of that lady is different from the job the knife serves in the hands of a surgeon, and different from the job that same knife serves in the hands of a madman. Hello? Hi. Good. The magazine can agree with me that the kitchen knife in her house does the job of chopping onions and tomatoes and vegetables and meat, making them ready for soup and stew. Hello? Yes, sir. Good. That same knife, which my deal will now use to chop onions and vegetables and all of that to prepare a very sumptuous meal. Dr. said we use that same knife and open this bone here. This bone here is called mastoid process. Hello? Then there's a projector at the back of the skull. And the projector, this bone. It's called mastoid, M-A-S-T-O-I-D. Mastoid process. This small evolution here. If you give that same knife to Dr. Eze, he use that knife and open this bone from the outside and look into the middle ear. And I make bold to say again that he is a ENT surgeon. Hello? And then people will know one thing. ENT surgeon is a doctor that treats problems of the ear, nose, and throat. That ENT is a classification from ear, nose, and throat. Any illness or any operation that has to do with the ear, the nose, and the throat. They are the organ of that discipline. And expose the intestines. So what are we saying? The knife that does a good job of preparing a good dinner, getting things set for a good dinner. The same knife that does a good job of saving the life of a patient in the hands of Dr. Eze, opening up this bone here, I told you it's called the mastoid process. He opens it and looks into the middle portion of your ear. In fact, some persons, when they are deaf, he opens this place and looks in and corrects and notices something, and you start hearing once more. That same knife. That same knife in the hands of a vagrant madman can become an instrument of destruction. In fact, you know why that knife enter into his hand, otherwise he will use it to kill some persons on the street. So, the point we're trying to make is that our hands, this is our hand. As it relates to our health, this hand can have positive impacts and roles to play on our health. This hand again can have very negative impacts and roles towards our health. The same way the knife can do what is good, prepare a decent meal, save life. The same way the knife in the hands of a madman can dagger somebody on the chest and then expose the intestines and the person becomes a corpse. I hope I'm following you. So, you then find that our hands, they have different roles and impacts on our health, depending on what use we commit it to. Take for instance, all of us had our breaks. All of us took break this morning. I hope we did, eh? We had our break this morning. Either with warm water, ordinary water, or any type of water. While you were taking your break this morning, your two hands, were they hanging in the air? No. So how were they walking? They were walking the body. Yes. Your two hands were, either maybe one was holding the soap with a sponge or whatever, one was holding the cup of water, and one was turning the tap or something. Is that not? Yes, sir. The two hands were at work to make you have a fresh breath. That is why you're looking good this morning. If you didn't do that, you'd be looking like a Labian on the street. But because you had a very decent drive this morning, the two hands were at work. And they were able to accomplish that job of making you take a fresh breath so that you could look. You know, you are taking your breath in the morning is part of being healthy. Is that not? If you don't bathe, of course you will stink and you will, in fact, you will become manure and then things will start growing on you. You know what is manure? Manure is things that you use and to nourish plants and all of that to grow well. So if we don't bathe, if we don't bathe and give ourselves that too, after a period of time we can become manure and then things will start growing on us like the same way plants grow on the soil. So you don't find that you needed your hands to take a fresh breath, to keep clean and to keep healthy. So that's a positive attribute. Is that all? Also, if we are sick now, if for instance you have a headache and you now come to hospital, doctor now gives you 10 paracetamol. Hello? Hi. Whether you are in the hospital there or you get to the hostel or your room, whatever. If you want to take that paracetamol, put it in our hands. Look for water. You at times you may even need to raise your and take your head backwards. Some people do that, take your head but then push it and throw in the tablet. As you are throwing the tablet, do you need an helicopter to carry the tablet into your mouth? It is the same. Hello? So, the hand is also good. For us to even administer the medications onto ourselves, we still need this hand. The medicine cannot fly and enter into our mouth. Even if it's an injection. The better of giving injection is a nurse or whoever. The same nurse will still use a syringe, use the hand, and then prepare the injections and then ask you to turn your bum or your shoulder and then put the injection there. So you see the hand now doing a very wonderful job of you even taking medications to keep your health going. I also said the knife in the hands of Dr. Eze, if you bring that knife and keep it in front, like there's a patient and you keep the knife in front of Dr. Eze to go and do an operation in the middle ear. But you will agree with me that you will need Dr. Eze. You will use your hand now to pick that surgical blade. Is that not? Yes. Unless maybe you want to do robotics, but even if it's robotics, you still have to. So, Dr. Eze will still need his beautiful hands to hold his scalpel, the knife, to be able to open your master process to enter into your immediate Hello? So, we don't find that you just need your hand, Even when even if it's outside Dr. Eze doing an operation on the middle ear, if you come to the hospital and meet Dr. Ibrahim, by the grace of God, I'm a physician by training. Dr. Eze, they cut people open. We treat people without cutting them. Hello? For me to also treat you, as a physician, for me to also treat you, I'll ask you to lie down on one small table. Hello? Like some of you have come to the health center. How many of you have come to the health center and checked on yourself? You need to see your face.
They are not sick.
They are not. Okay, please.
They are not sick, but they do not work with their hands. They are not sick.
They are not sick.
No, like this. Let's say what they do. When they are sick, they go outside. They go outside to buy drugs and do for the hospital. When they have a health, I've always told them, when you have any health problem, there is a hospital on campus. Come there, we will take care of you. Is that okay?
Yes.
Even when we fall sick and we come to any hospital, any health facility, for a doctor to check on you, to be able to attend to you, that doctor may ask you to lie down on a small table. He will use the same hand and press here, touch here. At times, if you want to look at some places that are so somehow, we'll put gloves on our hands and then put our hands into very unholy places to look at what they look like, to be able to treat them. Hello? So you don't find that the hand is one wonderful part of the body. That as a person, as a doctor, as whatever, you cannot do without your hand. We have looked at the good things that our hands can do for us. In the converse, if we look at this our hand is a wonderful instrument for transmission of diseases. Hello? Yes. If there are some diseases that we call contagious diseases. Contagious disease is a disease. When we say a disease is contagious, it means that it can be transferred from one person to the other through contact, through physical contact. Maybe I come towards my brother and say, I'm talking. I say, hello, Doc, good morning, how today? And then we shake hands. Most contagious illnesses, infections, diseases, they are transmitted from one person to the other by way of the hand. In fact, in medicine, there's something we call 3 F's. Hello? In doctor work, what we call 3 F's. The first F is food. Hello? Food. People pick a lot of illnesses and infection diseases from food. If a woman is a typhoid patient, has typhoid fever, and she runs a restaurant, prepares very good meals, chances are that if you go to that woman's restaurant and you take a plate of rice or whatever you feel like, chances are that you can pick that same typhoid infection from ordinarily eating the food prepared by that woman. Hello? Yes, but that should not frighten you. You should eat too. But just know that if a caterer is a typhoid patient or has cholera, you know what is cholera? Cholera is a type of illness in which you stool and vomit and lose all the water inside your body. Stooling and vomiting, or shigellosis, depending on what it is, depending on the bacteria that is causing it. If somebody now has cholera, or somebody has typhoid fever, and then in the infective stage of that, the stage at which he or she can infect other persons, now prepares meal, food for you, and by adventure contaminates that food or water. Innocently, if you now come buying that food or eating it, chances are that you can pick that infection. That's the first step. That's only something we call 3 F's. Food. The second F is fly. House fly. See this fly? Hello? The house fly will now go towards the toilet and maybe towards a dung gill and perch on human excreta, animal excreta. That same house fly will pass through your window and then come towards the dining and perch on your plate. Or even in fact, some situations are such that you have even served your meal is inside your food, is inside your plate, rice or moi, and one busy house fly and then fly the dog. You use your hand and just ward it off. Even before warding it off, it has dropped something there. Hello? That thing that the house fly dropped on your moi, you cannot say there are small microscopic there are small organisms, disease-causing germs called bacteria. That bacteria the house fly has perched and just dropped on your moi or your rice or your or even your cup. You may just perch on the edge of your cup and use that cup, open this water and then you swallow the whole bacteria. You start stooling and vomiting. So that's the second F. The third F is finger. That's not the three. That's the way people pick infections. 3 F's: food, fly, and finger. So where are our fingers? Fingers are your hands. You will pick up things, you touch things. If I tell you, if I bring a microscope now, my dear, I won't frighten us, but that's a very good thing. If I bring a microscope now and begin to look at the volume, the quantum of bacteria that we have settled on this table, we may sign up this lecture. We may disengage. As we may, for fear of what we may see, that is bacteria microscopically. If we look at it, it will look very clean. For a beautiful tablecloth to match. If I bring a microscope and then we now do this, we just tell people to slide and look at it. But there are 1,001 bacteria resting. Yeah, just both in the air or there's this something with every object you see around you. Including this high mode, which are persons from which I may probably drink if I go. This high mode, there are 1,001 organisms walking in and around. That is why most of the people, by the time for you to drink this, like, you just don't take it and then just pop it up and then say, you try and do some cleaning. So, we find that, you see, our hands, the fingers can become a sort of infection here and there. Handshakes. You remember during COVID time, COVID-19, not too far from us here, 2019, 2020. We were asked to keep our hands inside our pockets, cover our mouths. The simple reason being that by ordinarily shaking, saying hello, young lady, how a good morning, I can carry all the viruses, transfer to you, can pick all the viruses and give back to you. So you find that our hands, so in summary, our hands can be a big plus, can be a very big minus, depending on how we use them. If we commit them to very positive usage, they become an instrument to make your health. If you commit the same hands to a negative usage, it becomes an instrument to mar your health. Thank you very much.
But while the first doctor was talking, Innocent Akigbe came in. Please, can we see you? Thank you. Jeremiah Jima came in. A round of applause. And Dr. Suleiman Gauda also came in. All right. And our second speaker, Dr. Okechukwu John, he also stepped in. So right now,
my chief, the facilitator of this program, other elders among us, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the hand. I hope we know what the hand is or where the hand is. He explained to us what our hands are or what our hand is. Where is our hand? Like this? Yes. From where to where? Very good. From the wrist downwards. From the wrist is not here. From the wrist downwards is the hand. This is the hand. Just this one. If you come to tell me that something, I have a boil on my hand. Yes. This is the hand. From the wrist downwards is the hand. So it includes the palm, the back of the hand, and the fingers. With all the accessories, the fingernails, and some of us, their own is as longer than Jezebel's own. All right. Then the roles of the hand, or the functions of the hand, he has told us, right? He has told us. Yes. What and what did he tell us? You use it to touch. You use it to hit. You use it to... Okay. Use it to punch. You can use it to punch. Right? You can use it to cause wahala. You can use it to carry disease. We can use it to drive away disease. True or false? So you can see, but then you can use it for identification. I think it's a very, very important function of the hand. Identification. In what way? Thumbprint or fingerprints. Fingerprints. No two people have the same fingerprints. I hope you know that. Yes. No two people have the same fingerprints. So that is a very, very important function of the hand. It can come in handy in health matters also, and criminology, which is by the way related to our health. Okay, now our hand and our health. I will go into ways that our hands can harm our health and ways our hands can facilitate our healthy living. Right? Now, there are so many illnesses. There are so many illnesses that we have or that we encounter that are manifested in the hands. So many illnesses that are manifested in the hands. There are illnesses we call, for example, autoimmune diseases. Those ones are disease of the immune system, the cell fighting against itself. You fighting against yourself, sort of. So the cells in the hand will be fighting against themselves, and it becomes a very, very big problem. There are sicknesses such as leprosy that will manifest themselves in the hands. Have you seen people they call kuturu? Those people that their fingers are chopped off somehow. They have camps. So if you go to Igbo Shade, you see some begging there. Leprosy is one of the illnesses that can manifest itself in the hand. Then There are sometimes you see some eruptions on your hands. Those could be reactions from things you touch physically. Chemicals such as detergents, the paint you use, even touching animals. Some animals, you may react to them just by way of touching them, and they will manifest only in the hands. Are we clear so far? There are some illnesses that will manifest themselves by way of shaking or tremors of the hands. You can see some old men, when they sit, you see their fingers flapping or their hands shaking. You may have seen some of them, such as Parkinson's disease or Parkinsonism. They are involuntary. They don't know that their hands are shaking, and they cannot control that. There are some other people that their hands are shaking from things they've taken. For example, alcoholics. People who take a lot of alcohol, you see them, they are moving, their hands are shaking, as if somebody is pushing the hands. No, it's as a result of alcohol. There are other illnesses like liver illnesses that show themselves in our palms and in our hands. Are we okay so far? Then, there are certain things you see on your hands and you know that all is not well. There are certain things we see on our hands and know that we are sick. So do not ignore anything you see that is unusual on your hand. Things like excoriations, that's the one we call peeling off. Except you know that there is something you have used. You use your hands to touch that is responsible for that. Soaps, detergents, creams, and all whatnot. Apart from that, if you see any of such, just go and take care of yourself in the hospital. It may be something serious that we are trying to neglect. Then, the color of this palm. The palm has a peculiar color. Most times it's pink. Why is it pink? Because of presence of blood. Right? Then, if your hands, your palms were pink before, and all of a sudden you see that it's white, what does it suggest? It suggests that there is no blood. There may be no blood. So what do? You go to the hospital. Sometimes you find out that your hands are redder than it should be. They are very, very red. That may be a sign of either a heart disease or a lung disease. So you have to go to the hospital. Do not neglect that. Then the fingers. The fingers may have what we call drumstick. They just change to a drumstick, like a drumstick appearance, which we call clubbing. It may be a serious indication of something going on in the lungs or in the heart. Then the fingers, they have a smooth appearance or consistency, and they have a particular color. If they change color, and you know you have not touched anything directly to cause that, it may be a sign of a serious illness. Or they change shape. They may be smooth like this and they suddenly change to a spoon shape. It's a very serious sign. You go to the hospital. Or you see it eating up as if a small rat is chopping the place. That one may be fungal infection. There are other things that cause that. So this our hand is very, very, is a window sometimes through which the doctor sees what is going on right inside. Then what are those things that our hands may bring to us? There's what we call, like my chief said, that your hand touches somewhere and gets to your body. You pick something that will cause some illnesses. Something like paratyphoid and typhoid fevers. Some forms of hepatitis, they are called fecal-oral infections. Fecal is feces, oral is mouth. So from feces to mouth through the hand. You touch what has been contaminated by those organisms causing problem, and you take that hand as it is into the mouth, and those organisms are deposited into the mouth and they enter the system. They start causing problem. Shigellosis is also one of them. Then some fungal infections that may even enter into the system and become systemic from touching of contaminated things like currencies, money, notes, naira notes or dollars or pounds, whichever it's available. Touching them, there are so much contamination by microorganisms on those notes that you take them straight even to your skin, they cause problems. So those are some of the things that we can get through our hands. Then our fingers also, even on your body. You feel some itch. You use your fingernails to scratch. There are some organisms on your body, on your skin, that are just staying there peacefully. They are not looking for any trouble. They are called commensals or saprophytic. They just stay there, get their nutrients without harming you. Then you now scratch and remove them with your fingernails and put them in your mouth or your nose, and they go into an unfamiliar environment that will encourage their growth. They now start growing there outside their natural environment and start causing you problems. So even when you itch, when you scratch, it's a problem. Or I bet help me scratch. You now do like this, then you feel some itch in your nose. You don't carry from here, enter there. Yes. Then even some people get sexually transmissible infections through our hands. Not only the girls, now the boys more. You understand? You see somebody, he's talking to you, he doesn't know. But then he puts it into the mouth or into the nose. He has carried something that belongs to the central region and has taken it to the northern region. Don't you trouble the fine? Some people, especially the boys among us, now true, no be lie. When we they do certain things, they do like this everywhere. From front to for back. When you finish, you do like this. You go begin get ear pain. You go come to me. You must tell me what you do. So those are the ways we can use our hands and our fingers to cause trouble for ourselves. Sometimes, most times anyway, unknowingly. So let us begin to be conscious of those things. Like my chief said, picking of the nose, there are organisms there, normally, they don't cause trouble. You pick your nose, you take it, you shake somebody, the person has carried. Or you pick your nose, there are organisms here. Then you see it does like this. In the house, when it's naked, it does like this. The ones in the nose have now entered the anus. They will cause trouble because that's not their natural environment. Then the coughing and sneezing. When one coughs or sneezes, whether in health or in illness, there are millions of microorganisms that the person releases. Now, when we do cough or sneeze, we now use our palms to cover our mouth and our nose. We deposit everything here, or most of the things here, and then we go and shake our coordinator. You don't go to that too. You don't spread. Somebody sneezes, most times no handkerchief, no tissue paper, uses the two fingers to clean the nose, and then does like this. He continues. He continues. Then when he sees his friend or her friend, they will greet, they will hug. He has deposited the thing on the palms, on the body, on the clothes, everywhere. The man carries the thing to his house and probably gives other people in the house. That's why sometimes you see one or two people cough. I don't get cough. Who bring cough here? Who bring kata here? Now from clothes. Even the handkerchief. Someone has runny nose, has a handkerchief. In the next 2 hours, the whole handkerchief is soaked with nasal discharge. I still continue using it. In fact, he might even hold it in his hands and shake somebody. The person carries. Somebody gives you money, you count. It's complete. So, you carry from the note into your mouth, and when you start, and you don't know who has touched that money. Even the people who have leprosy, people who have tuberculosis, that money may have passed through them. You do like this. When you start having diarrhea, and when you start having diarrhea, what's your chop? You chop money. So these are some of the ways we inadvertently cause problems for ourselves and for other people. Now there is something like scabies again. There's what we call scabies. Sometimes you see the rashes at the back of the hand, in between the finger webs, in between the fingers. Many a times those rashes erupt, they burst and produce some fluid. And the person might not just know that fluid is coming out. Use it to hug the other person. Use the hand to say, how are you? You look so fine. You go rub scabies give you. You carry go. Into carry on the go. And unfortunately those things, all the clothing, all the beddings, they have them. Then you visit your friend, you just go and lay on the bed, and that's all. That's all you need to carry it. So those are the ways, the little ways we can contact illnesses with our hand. Then, like my chief explained before, the hand comes in handy in the way of treatment, because the medications you take, you use your hand. Everything you do, the water you use your hands. Then what of prevention, which is more important than treatment? Preventing those things. Preventing those things, only one thing you need to do, just good personal and hand hygiene. Even as we are in school, in the bank, in the churches, in the mosque, you touch the tables around there, they have all these things. So the golden rule is, whatever I touch and wherever I go, I come home, before I touch anything to put into my mouth, I must thoroughly wash my hands. It's not just COVID. If you had good hand hygiene or good personal hygiene, even before COVID, the so-called COVID, nobody will be telling you wash your hands. Then find alternative ways of trying to block the bacteria that will come out when you sneeze, when you yawn, or when you cough. Then when you go to the toilet to do number 2, many of us, they say, I use water, now they clean pass. There's no argument about that. It's water. But after using water to wash your bum, use water also to wash your hands. Some will just carry water, move, begin to shake everybody in this compound. They will just sharing parasitic infections everywhere. Or women who use water to wash the front after urinating. Is the same thing. There's also what people, especially the ladies, they call toilet infection. Chief, I don't know which infection they get from the toilet. There's nothing like toilet infection. They are just knowing today there is nothing like toilet infection. Yes, it's either you have candidiasis or candidosis there. Most times because of unhygienic practices or sexually transmitted infections. Yes. So it's not only the girls that go to the toilet. The men go to the toilet. Why don't they carry them? If there is anything like toilet infections. So let us be careful. And I hope that with this motto we should pick one or two things that may help us in preventing transmission of illnesses through our hands and fingers and then knowing what it is that when we do, we put ourselves at risk. Thank you very much.
And they use some terms and they say so many things. I want to give you to you guys to ask only 2 questions. Anybody wants to ask a question? Okay, 2 questions, go ahead.